Hi, this is Thunder from Booredatwork.com, and today we'll be doing a review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Yes, the giant 5-inch phone from Samsung right here in our hands. We have it, and we'll be doing a full review, telling you what we think about the device and how it feels, functionality, all that fun stuff. So let's go in and check out the review of the Galaxy Note. Alright, so let's jump in and take a closer look at the Galaxy Note 2. Now you've got a 5-inch Super AMOLED Super AMOLED HD display. This is much thinner than the original Galaxy Note, and you can see it's a very thin device. It's 5 inches, even though it's bigger, it's actually thinner and lighter than the previous Galaxy Note. You've got a centralized home button similar to the Galaxy S3. Think of it as a larger Galaxy S3, if you will. You've got your touch-sensitive buttons for your back and your menu, a front-facing HD webcam. You've got volume rockers on the left, of course, removable battery in the back, 3100 milliamps, expandable storage to reach micro SD, and of course the main feature here is you have the S Pen. Now, a cool thing with the S Pen now is once you pull it out, it will unlock your device, and actually you can set it up to open up S Note. So if the main idea of you having the Galaxy Note is to have something that you can actually write with and do a lot of writing, you can set it up so every time you pull out the S Pen, this will actually open up S Note, which of course is more functional and actually is improved because this is running Android 4.1. So the Galaxy Note here, I'm just going to close this out first for a second. The Galaxy Note sports the brand new Exynos quad-core processor with 4G LTE capabilities. This is the T-Mobile version, but on AT&T and Verizon as well as Sprint, those versions you have LTE. The T-Mobile version of the Galaxy Note does have LTE. It's LTE capable. It will be unlocked once T-Mobile gets LTE functionality. So till then, there is no LTE on T-Mobile, but what you have here is a very fast and smooth device. You've got 2 gigs of RAM, just like the Galaxy S3. So what you have here is it's very smooth. You don't have any slowdowns. Functions very well. Now the S Pen itself here has a bunch of functionalities. Of course, if you hold down the button, this button here on the S Pen, and you tap on the screen, that takes a screenshot for you, and then of course you can edit on the screenshot. As you can see there, I can start drawing stuff and doing whatever I want to do. You can save it or not. The new functionality on the S Pen is actually the tracking. I'm just going to zoom in there a little bit for you guys so you guys can take a better look at that. So if you actually see, as I'm pointing down on the screen, there's actually a pointer that shows up, and what that does, it allows me to pinpoint specifically on the screen, and I can also see what these buttons are for. So if I didn't know what these buttons were for, I can point down on the screen. I don't have to touch it, I just have to hover above it, and it says that's a save button, this is the cancel, this is the undo button, so on and so forth. So you have those kind of functionalities with the S Pen now, which is pretty cool. Another feature with the S Pen is actually you can use it as the back button on your Galaxy Note. So let's say we go into an application, let's go into Chrome here, so we're on Latino Review, for instance. We scroll down, check on our article there on Skyfall. Instead of us, because we can't use the S Pen to tap the back button, all we have to do is just draw the back sign by holding down the key and doing that, and that moves us back. Very easy, very simple. So you just have to hold down the key and draw the back sign, and that will take you back to wherever location you were. So there are a couple of things to note with the Galaxy Note 2. You've got an 8 megapixel camera in the rear, which is the same camera you have with the Galaxy S3. It's pretty sharp, solid camera. You've also got the video feature, picture-in-picture feature, if you will. Sorry, if I go in here, and I'm just going to head back actually. So let's go ahead and play this video again. So I hit play on the video. Just reduce that. Now with the S Pen, I can hover above the line and see where I want to jump to in the video. As you can see that I'm not touching the screen. I can decide and jump there, or I can go back again and say, you know what, I want to go to 12 seconds. and I jump back there. Very easy to use to navigate through your videos. You can also, like I said, do the picture in picture, and then we can head out to the home screen, and of course you can move that around. You can stop it, you can X that out, you can hit play, and we'll show you some of that functionality, some of the video quality with.
I'm recording here with the Galaxy Note camera, recording at 1080p, of course. As you can see, it's got steady lighting. Pretty solid camera. Same camera you find in the Galaxy S3, so there's not much difference there. We're just showing you around. You can see the New England foliage here. Of course, there's a kid in front of me, some traffic coming up. Gas station across the streets. So, giving you a nice idea. I'm just gonna focus on the foliage there for a second. You hear the wind bristle there. So we'll probably do about 30 seconds or so before we wrap this up and move forward. But this is just a 1080p recording off the Galaxy Note.
The S Pen is if we actually, you know what, let's multitask here, jump back. If we go into the gallery here, you have different ways of actually accessing the gallery now in the Galaxy Notes. You can see you have this carousel view where you can scroll through pretty quickly. Little neat feature that, you know, Samsung's added to it just to, you know, give you something different to actually view. The other thing here too in the gallery, which is pretty nice with the I'm just going to change this viewpoint with the Galaxy Note, is that as you can see, I have the camera section. I have 67 photos. I have 1 in downloads, and I have screenshots too, and the rest are all Google Plus. But if I go to the photos within the different folders in my phone, I can just hover above and scan through to see what photos I have in here. And if I go to the edge of the last photo at the bottom of I can actually scroll through to see how many photos I have. I can go through all 67 photos here, as well as videos, which is pretty nice, as you can see. So I can hover off that. I can go into downloads, see I only have 1 photo there. Screenshots, I have 1 photo there also. Another thing with screenshots is that you can actually crop now with your Galaxy Notes, which is pretty easy. So for instance, this is the Microsoft Store. I was there earlier today and I want to crop that information out, and I don't feel like writing it. I hold down the button of the S Pen and I just trace around it. Boom. Done. And then I can either text it to a friend, and I can just basically take that, drop it in there, or I can just tap on the text message and just send that to a friend. So it's very easy to crop and information and use it in different aspects with the Galaxy Note. Now in terms of battery life, you're probably getting close to around I'd say roughly between 14 and 16 with heavy use. Now if you're using Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, of course that will cut down your battery life considerably, but the battery life is okay. It works well. I was expecting more because you have a bigger battery here. You have a 3100 milliamp battery, and you know, say for instance the Droid Razr Max HD has a 3500 milliamp battery and does do close to about 24 hours. So I was hoping for a longer battery life. But if you do turn on the battery saver, that should aid you with giving you, increased battery life on your device. Call quality is also pretty good, as you can see how sharp the screen is and display. This allows also for more apps on screen at the same time. So if you look at the app tray here, I have a lot of applications, but I only have three screens on my app tray because I have more applications available on one screen. Overall performance for this phone has been fantastic. Does a very good job. For me, fits well in my hands because I have big hands. If you don't, this might be a device you could use 2 hands for. But what Samsung has done here is actually changed it to, they've actually created a mode called one-hand mode. So you can go into your settings, find that securely, and you can actually change that. You have a couple of new features in the settings. You have home screen mode. We'll get to the one hand in a second. We can change the home screen from basic to easy mode. Easy mode allows you to find different icons and things with quick accessibility. You have block mode, which you can disable a couple of things, incoming calls, set times that your phone will not ring, things like that, which is, I guess, features you will see with Android 4.1. You also have your display options here, smart stay, keyboard percentage, and so on and so forth. And then if you go into your lock screen here, you do have lock screen options. And then, of course, you have the one-handed operations I had mentioned. This allows you to use your keyboard with one hand. So if we turn that on here, and we have keypad in-call buttons, calculator, and pattern lock. So we turn that on, and we'll show you what that is in a second. So if we go to, say, Google search, you can see the keyboard now is smaller, and we can shift it to either side. So if you're right-handed, you can navigate the whole keyboard, or if you are left-handed, you can switch back and navigate the whole keyboard. So it gives you one-handed operations with ease, especially with the keyboard on the Galaxy Note, because of course it's a larger device. But overall, I like what I see with the Galaxy Note. Samsung has done a very good job in updating it from previous versions. So let's go ahead and round up this review. Alright, so we spent a good amount of time looking at the Galaxy Note. We've covered a lot of features, especially in this device. The S Pen, the S Pen 2, I guess, or the new S Pen, it's more responsive, very functional. I like the fact that when you pull it out of your Galaxy Note, you can just pull up S Note, so immediately it's already in writing mode for you. So you can jot down and take notes. I like the new hover feature that allows you to hover above icons, and you can find out what they are, what they do, as well as hovering through videos, which was very, very nice. So you can jump through different sections of videos, and you have a preview window for that. That's also a very nice feature. The Exynos processor works very well. The quad-core Exynos processor gives you a lot of speed and functionality, so this actually runs very smooth. Plus 2 gigs of RAM, which Samsung pretty much is trying to make standard now with their top-tier smartphones, goes a long way in making sure you can multitask and do a lot of things with the Galaxy Note. Now, the camera, it's still the same camera you get from the Galaxy Galaxy S3, so you still get the same camera functionality there. So the hits and misses are pretty much the same. You have the full range of functionality with the Galaxy Note camera as you have with the Galaxy S3. NFC also, of course, is included. Now, this is a device that I would say is probably not for everyone, but you know, if you are in that mode of saying, look, you know what, I like tablets, but I really don't want to carry something so big, but I want one and I don't want to spend the money, and then the Galaxy Note is pretty much the right device for you. You have the, that 5-inch size, so where watching videos is pretty nice, and you get a solid HD display to actually watch videos. You've also got the S Pen, which actually brings a lot of functionalities into your S Pen, where you can crop, you can take notes down, all that fun stuff. So it's a cool device. I say give it a chance. I think it's a worthy successor to the original Galaxy Note, and I think Samsung is just continuing the trend that they have with the Galaxy S3. Simply put, this is the Galaxy S3 on steroids. That's pretty much how I call it. And that's it, guys. So if you have any questions or any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. It's all Booredatwork.com. So this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy entertainment.